Barely made it. Barely made it. Barely made it. Just got back from our sister's. Sorry, our sister's Sella's funeral, and funeral ended not too long ago. But sorry, trying to get situated. But I was trying to beat the clock because it was like a minute to midnight, and the live came in super late for a good reason. So went and celebrated and honored sister's life, and then tomorrow is her burial. And I was gonna try to do the live over there, but who does that? Who honestly goes to a funeral to do a live? Um, I did. I did. I did record some of the songs that we sang for her, and so I'll post a regular IG post about that experience. But kind of was getting that icky feeling like when I first started these lives up again, right before I did this one. Like I don't want to come on just for not as long as that feeling didn't last as long as it did that first live. But today is the 26th of August, and 26th of August, Monday. And the things that I wanted to touch on today was the downfalls of trying to prove yourself to people, and how to overcome when you're having a bad day so that you can reset your mood, or reset your whatever that feeling is, whether it's anguish, jealousy, or just being downright pissed off. Today was the day that I allowed Satan to get the best of me. Did a lot and said a lot of things that were cruel. And so I'm not trying to go into a whole list of what those cruel things were, but what I did learn as I process them out, try to get them out of my system, is that whether you think you're right or not, when you're in that space of cruelty, it can actually cause you major, not only stress mentally and emotionally, but physically. So I was preparing to go to the funeral and had all that negativity prior, and then I just said like a prayer, real quick prayer, to try to get it on my aura and my spirit, because I didn't want to take that spirit to the funeral. And even when I was at the funeral thinking about the incident, in the back of my mind I was like, oh my gosh, this is not good. If I am trying to do these motivational speaking like engagements, and if I'm just trying to be an overall better positive person, like I really need to hone in on how to master my emotional reactions, and how to master not giving my will of allowing somebody to take over my emotions. And so that was one thing. And so, like I said, emotionally and mentally, if you allow your emotions to get the best of you, it will turn into a physical manifestation. And so we were standing there during the funeral, and I was filming one of our choir sisters, and she was just testifying of Sella. And then all of a sudden, that even though I wasn't thinking of that incident that caused me all this negative energy, I got hit really hard physically. And I don't know what a heart attack feels like, but all of a sudden I like broke out in sweat. My head started to get light. Everything was slow motion. Like meaning like the room felt, I felt like I was moving with the room. But I wasn't moving, I was just standing there. And then I felt light, I think I said lightheaded, but it got really hot, and I, the speaker just sounds slower than normal, and it just felt like in the movies when the everything is closing in, and I was like inside I was freaking out because I've never felt that. But in my mind I was like, oh, if this is a heart attack, if this is a heart attack, sorry, that's a message. If this is a heart attack or a stroke, what a stroke or heart attack feels like, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to pass out right now. So I stopped filming, gave it, because I was standing there filming for 13 minutes and 13 to 15 minutes. And in that span, I was just like fighting it. And instead of like handing over the camera and like just go take a break, I was like, no, I can do this. Like, even though everything in my body was like aching. And then I maybe walked 20 to 30 steps to one of the other sisters, and there was like a little stand, and I just leaned in or over that stand, and I was just slowly breathing because I literally felt like I was gonna pass out. And I was like, I cannot pass out at a funeral, especially when we're like the guest choir and we're trying to mourn with the mourning family. So I just did a lot of slow breathing, and then I the closing in felt like even worse. So I ran outside and I just like was rubbing my head and like slow breathing again, trying to inhale the air, the outside air. And what what was going through my mind was like, if this is the last day of my life, one, that's gonna suck because I didn't do everything in my life that I wanted to do. Two, the incident prior to the funeral would have been the last memory of that I left with this other person. So there would have been things, positive things that I wouldn't have said, wouldn't have had the ability to said to the person, because there's when you, like I said, I've never experienced a stroke or a heart attack, but when you've felt those almost symptoms or whatever, you could end up in a coma. You could end up like, like I said, I've never had a stroke, so you could end up in a coma. You could end up either paralyzed, like my grandma when she had her stroke, the left side of her face was all droopy and stuff. Or you could end up dead. And so I think that was a big reason why I didn't want to come up on this live, because I don't want to think about it. I didn't want to think that today could have possibly been my last day. And I remember taking a CPR class, and they said that women are the highest risk of a heart attack or a stroke because they always, as soon as they feel those pains and stuff, they always blame it on something else. They blame it on, oh, because I didn't eat, or oh, I'm just tired because of all the tasks they done prior to that moment, or oh, I'm just. It's always something else. It's not that they think, oh my gosh, I might be having a heart attack. Oh my gosh, I might be having a stroke. And but with men, like the CPR instructor was saying, little things, man will be like, oh my gosh, I need to go to the hospital. I think I'm having a stroke, or oh my gosh, I am having a heart attack. And she said that she challenged us to always tell women that when they feel anything that's offbeat, and not to say it's something else, that they really should go to the hospital and figure it out. And that though we could laugh about men being so-called babies because they feel the slightest thing of pain and they run to the hospital, the instructor was saying that's actually smarter than what women do, which is avoid going. And so my bringing up that example of physical, how stress can weigh down on you physically, is to say don't discount when your body is telling you that it's about to shut down on you, or don't just get it taken care of and figure it out. And so right after all of that, we sang one more song, and then me and my sister Emma, we went and had a late dinner. And oh my gosh, that late dinner was like a lifesaver because it helped my body to gain energy and stuff. So that is the gist of the first part of just saying that stress kills. Stress literally can kill, and that you may be able to gain a desire to go learn about and get certified for CPR. Don't ignore your body cues, like when your body is telling you, hey, there's something wrong up in here, like whether that's in your anywhere in your organs, but especially in your mind and your emotions. Get it taken care of. And 3, just whatever your legacy is that you're building, or if you're not building your legacy, just know that today is no better time than today to get it taken care of. Whether you've been building your legacy or you have a desire to create your legacy but you think you don't have one, I would say create it. Start off with writing it down, how you want to be remembered. I would just say start with that. How do you want to be remembered? And try to stay out of your head with as you're writing down how you want to be remembered. Don't allow yourself to beat yourself up about not having A, B, or C accomplished already, because A, B, or C can still be accomplished. It's just a matter of how much effort you're going to put into doing it and belief in yourself. And so nobody's come on live yet, and it's okay, but I hope you guys gain some insight of how to manage your stress, but also how to build your legacy and to not give up on that. And I will see you guys later because I need to get up early because of the viewing. But I love you guys. Thank you again for those who are watching. I'm not looking for you guys to push this out. It would be nice, but if it's only you guys that will watch it within my contact list, you guys are fine. I'm fine. You guys are helping me build my confidence in speaking and learning how to look in the right camera, and um, just to give out content that will help heal your soul and your heart if that's what you need. And so I am going to leave it at that. I love you guys.